Hi, I'm Nellie and welcome to Nellie's house. I am in the kitchen tonight. We are going to do a meatloaf and I thought I would invite you guys along with me to let you see a little sneak peek in the recipe that I grew up with meatloaf. My grandmother and my mother and my great-grandmother has always made this recipe, and it has an ingredient that most people are like, what did you say? Are you serious? But I'm telling you, it makes it amazing. So come along with me and let's cook some meatloaf. Okay, I had to pull my hair back. It is so hot. But first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna preheat the oven to 350. Okay. And in this bowl, I have about 2 to 2.5 pounds of ground beef. Okay. And to that, we are going to add 1 small onion. Now this recipe, tonight I'll be making some mashed potatoes along with some peas, and my husband got a pie, so I don't have to do that. But this recipe is so good, and it's even better the next day as sandwiches. Okay, we are going to add 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. Actually, I'm just gonna add 1 for now and see how wet it is and see what it needs. Also, we're going to add about a cup of milk, 2 eggs, now I have the measurements for the salt and the pepper. The salt is about 1.5 teaspoons, but I always just eyeball it. I'm almost out of salt. And pepper is the same, I just eyeball it. It's actually about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And then it calls for about 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. I don't have oregano, so I'm actually going to use Italian seasoning. And then, are you ready for the secret ingredient? All right. The secret ingredient is grape nuts. Yes, I said grape nuts, although this is off-brand grape nuts, but grape nuts. And it is actually about 1/2 cup of grape nuts. Sorry, get my measuring about. But with this, it's kind of like you just kind of add to it the way you need to. If it looks like it needs more, add a little more. All right, and with clean hands, that's the best tool. Clean hands, we're going to mix. And I can already tell, I believe I'm going to need more grape nuts. A lot of it goes by how fatty your meat is. If it's a real lean meat, you're not going to need as much, but I can tell I'm going to need more. And I don't know what this does to it besides bind it and thicken it, but it's phenomenal. It is absolutely amazing. All right. Let me show you what my mixture looks like here. Let me get a paper towel. Okay. My mixture Oh, that's about what you want it to look like. Okay. All right, stay tuned. All right, y'all, this is what it looks like in the pan. Now, this recipe makes like a 9 by 13 pan of meatloaf. So you can always cut it down and do whatever you wanted to. But trust me, you'll probably want that big of a meatloaf. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven. Once again, it's at 350 for like an hour, hour and 20 minutes. And we'll come back whenever it's done. Garlic, rosemary, brown butter for on top of the potatoes. Yum. Hey, here's just a real quick tip. When you're doing your mashed potatoes, if you use some cooking spray around the pot, they won't boil over. You're welcome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and make the sauce for on top of the meatloaf. It is basically 2 parts ketchup to 1 part brown sugar. And remember, you're making a 9 by 13 pan of meatloaf, so you're gonna want a good bit of sauce. I actually think it could use some more brown sugar. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get the meatloaf out so we can put the sauce on top. Ooh, smells good and hot, hot, hot. Okay, all right. Okay. Now the sauce, in my opinion, the sauce is what makes a meatloaf. If it just has ketchup on top, don't go telling me that that's a meatloaf. That is not a meatloaf in my opinion. It has to have the sweetness. It has to have that thick, thick sauce. And what I like to do is if there's any left over, I just, instead of putting it all on, I will actually just set it aside, because I am one of those people that I will put extra on my piece. All right, it goes back in the oven for just a couple minutes. Okay, the brown butter sauce is looking beautiful. And we have peas, and I'm going to go ahead and drain the potatoes. we got a stick of butter. Get it all ready. We are going to go ahead put it down in there. Okay, salt. I need more pepper. I'm almost out. Now I already put a stick of butter in here, and I always do milk, which my mom and my grandma used to always do canned milk, which if I had it, I would use that right now, but I don't have it. And then if we're not gonna have gravy, I always like to add sour cream. Just like the richness it gives is really nice. And we're not gonna have gravy tonight. We're actually just going to be using that butter, brown butter stuff. All right, I'll come back to you when it's finished product. All right, it's all done. Time to eat. All right, I'm gonna end this video because I'm gonna eat this. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.